Welcome back to the Rip Off Podcast. I'm Christian Wilcox, as always, joined by Tanner Kenley. He's Tanner Kenley. Our guest today, the Schnurr dog, Bobby Schnurr, Jessica Schnurr of the bowling team.
Number 4.
Because we weren't going to have all 4 people that we had on this podcast. That would have been hell.
Plus, Jessica's the only one that's our true friend.
Yeah.
All the other ones are fake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of people to fit on this small couch.
That is true.
Can or couldn't?
I would lay across all of everyone's
all
laps.
Of us? Yeah. Like, that'd be I'm surprised we have never taken a picture like that, where it's like all of us holding you sideways, you know?
You guys should do like a Christmas card.
That's
picture.
what I thought we should.
I thought about that.
We were going to do that because we had a Christmas sweater for Squirt, and I was like, we should take a Christmas
100%.
card picture.
Get matching pajamas.
And we never did.
Oh.
And it makes me really sad.
This year.
There's always
we should do it. We can do it
there's always this year.
My last year with them. They're all going to be
this the last one?
This upcoming one.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, this will be our last Christmas together. Because then we'll
Oh,
die.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because everyone dies.
Everyone
when
knows
they go to
after you
college.
graduate,
Yep,
you die.
our soul will die, and we'll be a slave to the real world.
Slave to capitalism.
Mm-hmm. But this was our first episode with multiple guests, and that made things really difficult for me. Trying to figure that out, trying to arrange everything. We filmed it in November? ?
December.
I know I finished it in December.
I think it was early December. Like
Yeah, I think it was
week.
early December.
Early
Because
December.
you finished it right before we went home for break, and then
it didn't come out for another month.
Yeah, it didn't get
It came out
released
for
until
another
January.
month. Thanks, Dustin. But it was fine. It was fine. It was chill. I feel like one of the things with this episode that Tanner and I feel like it fell a little flat just because of the difficulties with filming with multiple people. And
Yeah, 100%.
considering that, like, we know you pretty well. We're friends with you, and then the rest of them is like we're kind of Tanner is more friends with them than I am.
It was still kind of just hard to write for everyone. Like, just like try to come up with something to say to get everyone included, and like some people not knowing that some people weren't going to talk more than others. I.e. Maggie. No offense.
Just Maggie.
Really, just
Yeah.
Maggie. Carly
Yeah.
didn't really talk that
Fine.
much either.
She did
Sarah always talks.
very loudly.
Very
Yeah.
loudly.
Yeah.
We love Sarah. Shout out Sarah.
Love you, Sarah.
Sarah's not going to be with the team anymore. This was y'all's.
She's gone.
Y'all played y'all last game together.
That was really sad.
Have you cried it over yet? Do you think there will
I
be more
cried
crying
over
to come?
while we were bowling.
Really?
Oh, at the tournament, crying in the
tournament.
crying in the club.
Because we knew, like, okay, we lost to Maryville. Really bad
bad?
moment for us. But we knew, so we were in our last game, and we were like 80 pins down, and unless we basically shot 300, we wouldn't have a chance at beating them. And so Sarah shot her first shot, and it was a strike, and I was like, it made me really happy.
Yeah.
And then she had one more.
Yeah.
And after she threw a strike, I almost had like, like, you know how they say you get that like flashback of like the highlights of your life
Yeah.
before you die.
Yeah, right.
I like literally had that, but with me and Sarah, like
Oh my
meeting,
gosh.
like I remembered meeting her at our physicals we had.
Damn, that's...
And then like me scrolling on her TikTok for some reason. Literally the first day I met her while we were in line. And yeah, I had like a little moment of just memory, and I felt the tears coming, and I was like, she hasn't even thrown her last shot yet.
Right.
I can't lose it right now.
Right.
This isn't cool.
Yeah.
And then she threw her last shot and left a split.
Oh no! What a way to go out.
Banana.
And
Banana.
by that point, I had lost it.
Like a minion.
I'm interrupting your... And then you cried.
And then I cried.
I'm a minion.
Well, the funny thing is, I lost it, and then Emma comes over to me and she says, "You need to pull it together. You're going in the 8th frame."
Oh.
You got the bowl?
Yeah, with tears down my face.
Damn.
I got 3 off the right.
That's real emotion.
I got a 3 count, so I hit 3 pins, and then I didn't even spare it up.
You should have pulled it together.
It was bad.
Oh man,
It was really bad.
Oh,
Oh
man.
no. There's always next year.
It's not for Sarah though.
She's
R.I.P.
dead.
Sarah.
R.I.P.
She's
Sarah.
gone forever
Yeah.
and dead.
Well,
The ripoff's the last physical recorded memory of her.
I don't
Yeah.
think that'll be true though. She has a phone.
Yeah, she has a phone, a computer,
And there was also
Games on her phone.
She got games on her phone.
games on your phone.
You got games on your phone. But yeah. Well, we did the bowl bit,
Yes.
I had bowls.
Where you're like, they're the
bowl
bowl team.
which was very
You-
stupid.
Yeah. Well, the
Very
original
dumb.
idea that I really wanted to do, and I was like, it'd be so difficult, was that if I pretended Tanner was a bowling ball,
Correct.
and the four of y'all were standing like bowling pins, and then I roll him into y'all,
somersaulted into you.
and y'all just
and y'all
like,
fell
and y'all
down.
just fall.
Y'all like
It
wobbled
just
and
would have
fell
been
down.
that.
And we couldn't do it.
It would have
Just
been
didn't have the
so
space.
funny though.
Yeah.
But it
I
would
would
have
have
been
loved
fun.
that. I really would have loved that.
The bowl was something. For sure.
Well, Tanner had it on his head and it looked really funny because he still
Yes.
had
My
his
hair
hair
was
wasn't
poking out.
as long. It was poking out. He looked Jewish.
Per usual.
Per usual.
What?
Per
I don't
you-
look Jewish at all.
A per usual Jew.
What do Jewish people look like?
Oh no, we can't. No, they have. I typically the Jewish
Don't they have dark hair?
race, Jewish ethnicity.
I guess ethnicity would be the word.
They typically are like kind of like
It's darker hair.
tanner skin, darker hair, bigger noses. Is
So
kind
Christian.
of a thing, but
Ugh!
no, God no,
Yahweh, no.
Yahweh no. Anyways,
We're
we
not
We are
anti-Semitic.
not.
Trump, please do not try to get rid of me.
We are not.
I am a legal citizen of the
Trump-
United States.
Trump Gaza, Trump Gaza.
Trump Gaza #1.
Trump Gaza,
Please.
number one.
Donald Trump, if you can hear us.
Oh, G Perk's gonna murder us,
Oh,
dude.
man.
We already are in. We are already in
Professor-
trouble
he-
for
I heard-
Mark Wahlberg squirt.
Oh yeah.
What?
So we'd like to apologize for last episode. Last
like to
episode in the
apologize.
podcast.
We'd
with
like to
Cooper.
apologize for this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're
Preemptively.
bringing it up again. But we had a whole 3-minute bit of like Mark Wahlberg paying waitress overtime to squirt out of a gun onto bowling alley.
Yeah,
We just said stuff like that over
It's
and
just.
over.
It's not even. We can't even contextualize it for you. We'll show you the clip of Cooper's episode after this. But yeah. But I believe that the text that Christian
The message
got.
I got from G Perk was like, could have done without all the bowling squirt dialogue, and then my response was correcting him, going bowling waitress squirt
Yeah, that's
dialogue.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Carson and David, the two people I was like yelling at,
Yeah.
they got G Perk on their podcast for this week.
Oh, sweet.
I haven't listened to it. Apparently, our podcast gets brought up in that.
I've never been on live television
In that-
before.
in their
Yeah, in that
podcast?
episode. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So I don't know. I'll have to give it a listen
We
for real this time because I don't.
listen to anyone else.
Nah. So to everybody listening in audio production too, to do this peer review, I assume most of y'all do the same. I listen to your podcast for about 5 minutes until I can write up a good enough discussion board. And I know that's what a lot of y'all do. I know some of y'all take some other responses and chat GPT and reword them.
Hey, it'll pick up. No,
Here,
it'll
I'll
pick
make
up.
sure
You
it
should
picks
do
it up.
Well, I'm not ready yet.
Oh, okay.
Don't put it on the spot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You
One
get
thing-
nervous. You have performance
One thing
anxiety.
about yeah. One thing that's not we didn't talk
we're gonna
about
play a
it.
fun drinking game this episode. Every time Jessica wheezes
Or
or like
farts.
snorts or burps or cackles, take a shot and
Take a
see
shot.
if you can not black out.
Yeah, you'll black out. In about,
I
5
won't
minutes.
wheeze because they're not funny.
Not today. We're not.
Yeah, not when
It
not when
comes
it's
on a
forced.
daily basis.
Yeah, it's wishy washy.
You were over there yesterday cackling yourself.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
But that's true. That was through
at
an
the
amazing
cave,
video.
The cave diver.
That was-
Everybody should look up on YouTube cave diving ASMR, but he farts randomly or whatever it's called.
It's so funny.
I
It's
think
so
I had a
funny.
tear rolling down
Oh,
my face.
It was
That
I was
hilarious.
in my room and I could hear the audio to that video, and I knew before I could feel Jessica laughing. I could feel her face turning purple from my room. Anyways, one thing that's not mentioned in we don't talk about it in the episode, but Jessica's a 2D gal, right? You
I
feel
don't
free to
like the way
comment.
you said that. Well, that actually was my nickname as a child.
Tootie girl.
Tootie.
Is
Tootie?
that why?
Yeah, my
That's
dad.
actually
My
cute.
dad
Isn't
calls
your-
me Tootie.
Isn't your other Instagram account called like Tootie, or am I completely blind? It's Bessie.
It's
Bessie
Bessie
Schnurr.
Schnuff.
Bessie
Why did I think it
Schnuff.
was Tootie?
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Which-
guess I'm just so
I
used
like
to
Bessie
you being
Schnuff, and
Tootie.
we don't say it enough. We should say Bessie Schnuff more. Does Shelby
But-
say Bessie Schnuff?
No,
really?
literally, all like a lot of my friends
Where
from
does
high
Bessie
school
Schnuff come
call you-
from?
call me Bessie.
Where-
It came from my brother, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. We had some joke about cows, and Bessie came up,
Bessie.
and then somehow it got used in the bowling alley in high school, and now
Yeah.
literally all my bowling friends from high school, if I like reach out to them, they'll be like, Bessie,
Bessie Schnuff.
Bessie Schnuff.
Yeah.
But Schnuff, that's actually a funny story.
Yeah.
That is like my parents got married,
Mm-hmm.
and that is what the priest or the pastor said their name was.
Oh, he didn't.
He
say
literally
Schnuff?
said, "I
Mr.
now
and Mrs.
pronounce you
Schnuff.
Mr. and Mrs. Schnuff."
Oh.
And they clarified
That's
with him
awesome.
several times before. They were like, "You know it's Schnurr, right?
Schnuff.
You know it's Schnurr," and he said Schnuff,
What's
and
your
now that's
mom-
forever been a joke.
And that's not even like a combination of your parents.
No,
No.
he
it's
just brought the F's out of nowhere.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah,
What
I
is your
for-
mom's maiden name?
Crow.
Crow.
Ooh, that's
Mhm.
cool.
That's a cool last name. Y'all should have done that.
Yeah,
Jessica Crow.
Jeff Crow.
Jeff Crow.
Yeah, that would've been awesome.
Jeff Crow.
Shout out to Jeff.
I wish Jeff could be a guest on the podcast.
I wish
That'd
Jeff
been
could just
awesome.
come hang out with us.
I know.
again.
I
He's
just want to hang out
goated.
with Jeff. I just
Shout
want him
out
to pay
Jeff.
for my dinner again.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I want him to buy my Don Jose's.
Yeah, I want Jessica's dad to pay for Tanner's mom and Reed's date on
Mhm.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Yeah, Reed took my
he's
mom
the
out.
ultimate wingman there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah.
Did you and I talk about that? My mom is dating again. That my mom. Yeah.
but I don't
yeah.
know. Has she found
I-
somebody?
To any
Well,
of
I
the
didn't
fellas
get to-
listening,
I didn't get to talk to her about it,
Or
but
the
I think,
ladies.
she was supposed to
I
go
don't know
out
if
on a
she
date
swings.
like the Tuesday after I
Hold on,
came
those
home
are
from
open
spring
both ways.
break, and so I forgot. I haven't asked her about it. I'll ask her about it when I go home this weekend.
Yeah.
Give y'all an update.
What if we call her right now?
Only
Live
because
audio
she's
guest.
Yeah. Yeah, are you about to call your mom?
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Uh,
G Perk. I promise we're gonna talk about the ripoff in a little bit.
Oh, she probably won't answer. She usually sleeps during the day.
What? Oh, because
Maybe if it's from her angel baby boy.
Her angel baby boy, who she loves.
Yeah.
Angel baby boy. Maybe if I call her, she'll answer.
Should I tell her she's on air?
No.
No, definitely not.
This
Okay,
is
you have to be
exciting.
quiet.
Yeah, she can't know that we're here.
Do you
God,
cut any
everyone-
of this out?
No. Everyone behind the camera, be quiet.
She's
Production,
not. She's
quiet on
not gonna
set.
answer. This is gonna be a ruined bit because my mom doesn't answer my phone calls.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
You
That
could leave her a
wasn't-
voice.
She hung up. That was a hang up.
Oh no.
That was a hang up because it was supposed to
Oh.
ring at least 2 more times.
Well-
I bet you're her least favorite child.
Yep.
There's only 2 of us, and the other one lives with her right now, so maybe. We also know
Wow.
that that's not true. She loves my ass.
I think she loves me more than Easton.
She loves Easton. Easton's her little baby,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
but
Do we think Easton watches this?
I don't know. But we were laughing
Maybe.
the other day about Easton Aura farming on his Instagram
Oh
the
my
other day.
gosh, dude.
Did
I'm
you
gonna
see
put
his
pictures
post?
up on the
No.
green screen, dude. It's
Oh
nuts.
no, I
Yeah,
think
you
I
did?
did.
He's literally
Sh-
just,
Did
And
you
I
see
forgot to
Shelby's
like
comment?
it. No.
Oh, Shelby commented, either my future or
he was like looking good, brother-in-law. Or
yeah,
like something
with
like
a
that.
ring emoji.
Should I pull it up?
What? Yeah, you look
Live?
at it right now.
Yeah.
Look at it right now.
I'll put it on the green
gonna
screen.
put it on the green
Also, while you're
screen.
pulling it up, because I forgot to ask you, I asked this at the beginning of everything. What should I put on the green screen
Yeah,
at
from
the
the
beginning? I'll put it up at the beginning, so you'll see it up at the beginning. You'll wonder why, but now you'll get here and you'll get explanation. We're gonna put the new tattoo that you're
Yeah,
about to
that's-
get right after
I
this.
was gonna say, should we put a
Yeah.
picture of the
Oh,
tattoo?
yeah.
Yeah, right after this, she's gonna go get
What a
tatted
top.
up. Even though it says in the Old Testament that you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Even though
Heretic.
Sinner.
the Old Testament says a lot of things that people
is
do
true.
today,
That is
That's
true.
true. Very true.
and it's I don't know. People could think it's biblical.
Sure.
The tattoo that I'm getting.
It's of the sun.
Sun.
Yeah,
It's kind of Aztec-y though.
yeah, but I
Which
mean,
guess is that
there can be a
religious?
lot of different.
Yeah, here.
Yo, why is that a vibe?
His
And
hair
with two-
looks. His hair
His
looks
hair
ridiculous.
looks good in that.
Yeah.
And
I
with
know.
Two Hollis is the song.
We don't like. Keep going though, because we don't like
That one, he just doing a chillest guy pose.
He is doing
Yeah.
chill sky trespassing.
So who took these?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it.
Oh,
That picture's
Okay.
so
He's taking-
Asian.
Yeah.
I like those jeans though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he'll be
was-
wearing those pants a
Yeah,
lot.
we don't like that picture. He got his whole gooch
he's-
out.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was gonna say. I do like the cohesion with the socks and the
Mhm.
Nike.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think especially in these last two photos, he should have worn long socks.
Oh,
I don't.
Maybe, I
I
don't
think long socks.
he
would
looks
have
like
been the
he's
move.
peeing.
That's what I said. That was
that's
my
his
comment.
That was
Oh,
Yep.
Christian's comment.
Mhm.
I feel like I need to comment. I'm gonna like yours.
I was laughing at Thomas's because Easton doesn't even get it, but
Yeah.
it's funny.
That's fun. Telling my kids this is Mason Atkins, who maybe you'll see next episode. I don't know. He hasn't responded to my text.
That's really funny.
Holy
That's really
gooch.
funny.
Well-
Oh man. That's funny. All right, we're
Anyways.
16 minutes in, and I think we've talked about it for 2 minutes, so we got to get back to it because
Yeah.
I need this grade.
Mhm.
Another thing that was difficult about it was we were kind of restricted. Remember, Tanner?
Yes. So I had to talk to Mark Taylor
Mhm.
before, and he had sent me a somewhat vague text of like,
Don't make them look bad.
yeah, don't make them look bad. And it's like, well, they're
There
kind
were
of doing
some
that to
things that like
themselves.
were
But
like, it's like, yeah, that's one things of we
that's not my
partially
fault.
didn't do it because of what Mark Taylor said, but also because we were like, that's a little bit mean. I wanted the original ending bit to pull out like a first place trophy,
Right.
walk
and-
over, pass you, and then hand it to Tanner,
Yeah.
and be like, and I was gonna be like, y'all need to earn it or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. It
Which-
was.
You're not wrong.
You know,
It
I
wasn't
know,
mean.
I know. and
But I mean,
still
it was
haven't.
kind of. I think during filming, the thing I was worried about the most was when we started talking about back-to-back second place,
Yeah.
because I was like, and that was one of the reasons that, like I told you, I didn't like the episode afterwards, because during that entire bit, like I'm just silent because I am so like uncomfortable and worried if I don't know what to say.
We made it work that because we focused the conversation on the fact that the ring says back-to-back
Yeah,
runner-up,
right.
which is nuts.
That is
That's
crazy.
ridiculous. Do you have a picture of that ring that you can send me later and I can put up?
I have a picture of Sarah wearing it.
Surely,
Okay,
yeah.
then
Or I can
you'll
take a
s-
picture
I mean,
of
you'll
it.
see it right now.
Well, and that was the other
know.
funny thing was that
I know.
like Sarah's like, "Sir, we're like, how does that make y'all feel?" And Sarah's like, "Oh, I love it." She's like, "Oh, it's actually the best." And I'm like, we can say this. This is fine. But it was just like, oh, I just don't know what
We
to
also
do.
are like talking about Carly hitting a gutter ball at
Yeah,
nationals.
Yeah.
what needs to change at
Well,
nationals?
Mark didn't
Gutter balls.
watch that, right?
No, no.
Yeah.
I don't
like-
think
Thank
so.
God.
No one did.
Thank God.
I did.
Yeah, y'all don't really do good numbers.
We had a watch party
Good.
actually
know.
at a tournament.
I'm glad that
It's
y'all
fun.
liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we are so happy that y'all liked it. We just, I think it was just a thing of
Tanner
like,
lied about what happened. I remember he saw Shelby after it happened, and because Tanner and I were talking about how we didn't like it because we were saying of like I just didn't know how well we worked with so many people at the bowling team,
Yes,
and so
yeah.
it made it kind of difficult. And then Tanner saw Shelby or something, and Shelby was like, "Oh, I loved it," and Tanner goes, "Oh no, we were bad. We did really bad. That's why we didn't like it."
yeah, oh, it was us. It was us. Which I still believe that. Like, I think it was me being uncomfortable because of worrying
being
about what
worried.
I was allowed to say with y'all was
Mhm.
100% the reason that I don't love that episode, because I just can tell. I can tell it in
Yeah.
myself. No one else can, so it's fine.
Mhm.
But
We all really liked it.
good. I'm really glad, and we had lots of fun filming it. And
Mhm.
The cakes. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Well, I want to talk about something that we didn't like. Everything that was happening leading up to filming, because we pressed record and then we were setting all this stuff up, and they're just
oh
into the
yeah,
mic.
we should have Jessica just being like, meh, meh.
I thought about doing that with this mic too, but I was like,
Hit one right now.
Yeah.
meh, meh.
Wow. Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh
That's Tootie Snuff
my
for you.
god! Oh my god! Did you
You sound
hear
like
that?
Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh my god!
What was that?
Why did you kill that?
Wait, hold on.
taking the dog.
I'm taking the dog.
Oh wow.
I
I thought we were talking
Oh,
about the
God.
KSMR again.
makes me want a hot dog real bad.
I don't like how good
Is
you
it
are
good?
at that. That is really good.
What is that supposed to be?
It's Jennifer,
Jennifer
Coolidge,
Coolidge.
the funny, goofy old lady from American
She's in-
Pie, and
Yeah, and Cinderella story.
I thought we were
Yeah.
talking about the cave ASMR again.
I'm trying to think
We were
of
just
what
like,
I'm.
what was
Yeah, no, that's what I was
was
doing.
that?
Oh my
He's
god!
like,
What was that?
And like the echo.
And then he's like, I have a confession.
Christian and I watched a video yesterday of some dude going, I'm gonna fart on my roommate's
Farting on
doorknob.
my
And then
roommate's
he
door
like,
by King Ass Ripper.
yeah.
He's nuts.
And then he just walks over and it's just this long, really loud fart. And then the video stops and it
No,
restarts.
it keeps going, but then a narrator starts going on screen and just goes, did you see it? In the top left corner of the frame, barely visible to the human eye, a white light appears.
Yeah. And then like a
People
red
still
arrow
have
points
not,
at
a
it.
red arrow, and the whole time it's just.
Yeah, and it just gets louder and louder.
God damn.
and then at the very end, he goes, what do you think about that?
Yeah, just like
he's
talking about the light.
he's
He goes,
what do you
so,
think?
what do you think it is?
Yeah, it's
One
so
of my favorite
funny.
videos.
Which we found yesterday. We watched for the first time yesterday. It's my new favorite video. Anyways, what else do we talk about bowling?
We'll
Big X the
skip around
plug.
because Bessie Schnurr does have to get tatted up, so we do need
Yeah.
to give a heart. We got about
wrap
9
it up
minutes
exactly
left.
at 30 minutes.
Well, I
We
also
do-
did push back to 1. So if it
Oh,
goes
okay.
you
lower-
pushed
Well, then we're
okay.
good.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we'll be fine.
we chilling.
Sorry.
There was a part where we were talking about with the rings of like, if we punch Tanner with the rings, it'll really hurt. And we're
I'm
like,
like,
you should do it
please,
right
You
now.
have back to back imprinted on
Yeah.
you.
Like, we should do it
My
right
forehead.
now. And Tanner is like, or Sarah yells at him, is like, Tanner won't let a woman hit him or whatever.
And I was like, I will, just not
would.
you.
And I was like, he's like, I just wouldn't let Jessica cut. Oh, we're getting a call back from the mom. Shh, everyone quiet on the set.
Hello.
Hi, I'm at work. Did you need me?
Oh, no, it's okay. Go back to work.
Okay, it's my last day.
It's your last day.
She's
Congratulations.
retiring.
I'm off work until May 5th.
Dang, son. But you also you start driving Monday?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. Well, I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Are you coming down tomorrow or just coming to Cersei Saturday?
Yep. I'll be back on Friday.
You're coming to that.
Silent but
Yeah.
deadly.
It's
Yeah.
gonna
I was
stink.
Love you,
watching the
Mom.
levels
Bye,
to
I'll
see
talk
if
to you later,
anything
bye.
happened. There's nothing.
Boring.
Jessica
Gosh.
tried to fart into the mic,
And
but
she
it was
failed?
silent.
Was
but
it
It
deadly.
was
silent?
silent.
Yeah.
Is it gonna stink?
Probably.
That's I forgot what the art of holding in a fart recently. I've had to.
You relearned it.
I've relearned
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
Real
So,
ones
I wonder
know.
why.
I don't know.
Well, could be anything.
Could
Yeah.
be any
Um,
reason. Any number of
anyways.
reasons.
Could
We're
be
like-
anything.
Oh, that was good.
That was really good.
That was really
really
good.
Send this to Springfield.
Oh man, that's funny. Do you
But
think
the
she? Do you
rings.
think she watches the podcast? Do we know?
Hell no.
No,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
I hope not.
I hope.
She
what?
has a full-time job.
This is
right?
not who we're talking about. Yes.
Oh.
But-
But I'm
yeah,
just gonna be quiet.
Yeah. Cut all this out, please.
Nah, hell no. But when Tanner's like, no, I would let a woman hit her. I'm just like, but Jessica's not a woman, so you're not gonna let her hit you.
I didn't remember saying that.
And you're like,
That's
false
rude. I'm so
adver-
sorry, girl.
You're like, that's false advertising. And there's one part where I don't think anyone notices, but I'm like, someone check. And,
Someone
and
check.
Jessica hits a little eyebrow. She's like, fuck.
Yeah, she did. She did a lot of good faces in that episode.
Yeah.
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 You kind of carried.
Thanks.
You carried.
There was also, I can't remember.
You honestly carry the bowling team.
I wouldn't say that.
She doesn't play.
In attitude.
Yeah. An attitude.
In attitude and team morale.
I feel like a good amount of us have good attitude.
Yeah.
But I'm the glue. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
I'm
She the
just
glue.
Quote
Nah, it's
that.
true. She the
That's
glue.
the
Nah, it's true.
headline.
You just put glue in the
Yep,
background.
The glue.
The glue.
It's just like,
Like Elmer's glue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Glue equals.
Made of horses. Did you know that? Glue's made of horse parts. I
Yep.
don't know what parts, but parts.
Or thought he ate.
But there's one
Okay.
part where eventually y'all are all getting to like some sort of like radio rebel bit, and you put a bowl against your ear. Tanner grabs the mug and puts it against his ear and hears something. There's a screw in that cup. Tanner just puts the
I
screw in
put
his
it in my
mouth.
mouth.
This mystery screw. He never needed a tetanus shot, so
I got
it's
sick.
fine.
It
But
was no.
Oh.
That
there was
just-
also because we asked Maggie about being from Texas, and Tanner forces me to. I fought him
I held him at
so
gunpoint.
hard on this
Yeah.
to put a Big X the Plug joke where he's like, "Do you know Big X the Plug?" He's saying,
Okay, none of that was
And
right.
I was supposed to like
Texas.
animate
from
Big X the
Texas.
Plug, and Tanner
walk
just
around,
sat in
put
the room
down-
with me and like forced me to do it, and just watched me do that whole thing. And that 10-second clip took half an hour.
And it was worth it.
No, it wasn't. Fuck you.
Yes, it was. I love how you make him spin. It's so funny to me.
I love how you make Big X the Plug spin.
I love how you make Big X the Plug spin.
I don't like
Big X the
that.
Plug threatens to crowd surf.
We talk about your NIL deal because we had wanted to buy Schnurch, Jessica Schnurr merch.
Mhm.
And
It's
it's
hella
just
money.
true that I didn't want to spend the money on it.
I
And
wouldn't
it's-
either. My parents don't.
Wow. Jeff doesn't have any Schnurch?
No,
No,
he
Jeff.
got the Walmart, like Arkansas State stuff when I
Oh,
first came
wow.
to school
Nice.
here.
Broke ass. Sorry.
No, he works at FedEx.
He works at UPS.
It's the same thing.
That's
no,
not.
no, dude,
If
those
you
are
said that to
rival
him, he'd get
gangs,
mad.
bro.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the Bloods and the Crips.
Yeah. They're going to Swiss cheese FedEx.
Dude, Jeff runs the block. Jeff
Yeah.
spins the block on FedEx.
Jeff's.
Oh, nice.
I think there was a little bit of
bet
levels
I
there.
bet that'll get in.
I'll turn it up a lot in post. And
Yeah.
it'll be like, what?
Bomb!
And it'll have an echo. Just like, what was that?
Like a reverb. Like in the cave.
What?
Yeah. What was that?
Did you guys hear that too?
I have a confession to make.
The video is nuts, dude.
That is
love that
actually
video.
ridiculous.
I love that video so
It's
much.
been me.
It's been me.
It's been me. Yeah, but the NIL stuff, like, I wouldn't even buy that. The compliance people that we have were just really pushing it to all of us. And I was like, okay. And it didn't cost me money. And I was like, worst comes to worst, somebody buys something and I get some money.
Have you gotten any?
No.
No.
Not a single.
Well, the thing is, they have like a chain on the
Yep.
website.
Because we bring
Malaya
that up
has
in the
it.
episode.
Malaya
That
has
chain's
her,
$150.
Malaya's mom bought her number
her
in a
number.
chain, and
also-
she
yeah,
wears
the crazy
it.
thing is that it's not even like their name or anything. It is just the number.
Yeah.
So like it could be anything.
I think she has matching earrings too. It's like 33 on the chain and then like
That chain's
33
expensive.
earrings. Yeah.
It's
Nice.
nuts.
But she wears it all the time.
There is some weird of like blanket, and the coasters were weird. It's like stone coasters that say like
Oh, I didn't know
Schnurr
that.
and the
Yeah.
number 4. And on the
Loki,
other side is just the
those were
Rebels
pretty
logo.
cool. Those
They
would be
are,
worth
but they're
it.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like, okay, Ice Maker. So I don't know if that probably didn't pick up.
None of that.
But I feel like it's just weird of like
It's just
having
weird that
an
it's
NIL deal.
yeah, especially
Mhm.
college bowling. Like
yeah.
that's odd, you know.
Well,
I
they
get
wa-
like football and
Yeah, they
baseball
want to
and
do
stuff.
something for you guys. You
Yeah.
just don't get enough credit.
Yeah, but it's bowling. I mean, not a lot of people are into it.
Yeah.
And then the cake.
Well, no. I'll talk about one more thing and then we'll get to
Okay,
or
okay.
two more things and then we can get to the cake.
Okay.
When we're trying to come up with a question for Carly because we had something for Maggie, Sarah, and Jessica. We couldn't come up with a thing for Carly, and so I was just like, what if I just like start a question? I fall out of my chair.
Right.
That was the only reason I did the falling out of the chairs because we couldn't come up with anything
Really?
for Carly.
Yeah.
That was literally the only reason.
I remember the Team USA thing when
Mhm.
you guys were like,
Yeah.
a
and
couple
then-
of y'all are on Team USA, and you were like, Carly, right? And she was
And
like,
yeah, because
Nope.
Tanner got
And
that
I went,
fully.
that might have been a research issue.
Like that, he goes, that might have been Tanner in his big suit and Taco Bell
Oh,
shirt.
yeah. And my tie wrapped around
Yeah.
my neck.
And
That
your
might have been
pineapple shorts.
my problem. Yeah, my pineapple. Those are actually swim trunks. Swimming
Oh, okay.
trunks.
That makes sense.
you should have asked Carly about like her highest game.
A 300.
No, she hasn't gotten a 300.
Oh,
She
She's
did. She
gotten-
just did.
her highest
No.
is a
She didn't get a.
120.
I thought she and Katie and Kaylee all shot 300s
No, it
over.
was just Katie.
Oh.
Carly's never gotten a 300. She's gotten a lot of 299s.
Are you for
Wow.
real?
I am for real.
That's
That is
nuts.
crazy.
hmm But no 300 yet. You
Wow.
got this, Carly.
Keep working, girl.
hmm
But I forgot to practice the fall before y'all got there.
Yes.
And I remember trying to practice it while y'all were there and kind of getting it. And I'm like doing it. And I think Sarah just thinks I'm goofing around because she goes, you're going to hit your head. And I just go, yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't worry.
and then when it came time to do it,
Don't worry,
it took
shawty.
me like 8 tries. I just kept scooting back accidentally. And I had to like,
Yeah.
I had to like lock myself in place to like make sure I was pushing off of the ground.
Yeah.
And it happened.
It cuts you, and you're
It-
just like in a helmet. Like you put a
Yeah.
helmet on.
I don't think I
Heard
hit
anything?
anything with my head.
Yeah.
It was like surprisingly all on my arm.
Yeah.
for the love of the game.
For the love of the game.
Yeah.
He's committed.
And of course, my one only talking point that I have with Sarah is squirt versus squirt versus fake squirt.
Right.
Because that is real. That was a very real thing. I didn't know Sarah at all, and I found out that it was just, somebody on the bowling team has a cat named Squirt.
Was the first time you met her the lunch?
That big dinner.
The dinner when I called her out?
Yeah, for having shit in her teeth.
That was so funny.
Should I tell that story real quick?
Sure.
So we were at dinner, and Sarah was sitting across the table from me, and I had said something about pickleball, that I play pickleball, and she, in very Sarah fashion, went, "You would play pickleball!"
Like cuts him off
and
just instantly.
Yeah, and I was like, and I kind of looked at her, and she had something like a green or something in her teeth, and I went, it's so funny. Every time anyone is trying to dog on me or anything, they always got in their teeth, and she went. We all just busted out laughing. And my favorite part about all of it was I was walking to put my food up afterwards.
Well, afterward, you're like,
"Oh, yeah." I went, "Yeah, that's right." I went like that to her, and she was like, "Oh." And the best part about it was that afterwards I'm putting my food up, and Christian walks up to me and goes, "You handled that really well."
I know, because
He was like, "That was really impressive."
I was like, you handled that really well. If that was me, I would have lost my mind and just started yelling.
Yeah. That's right.
It was really a good thing that she had food in her teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You had no comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'd
she
had
couldn't.
nothing.
And then like literally 5 minutes later, I had something in my teeth again, and she called me out. But it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
But no, that was a real issue of squirt versus fake squirt, because Jessica's justification for telling Sarah you should name your cat Squirt was that this is a reveal that
Say
some
it as
people
a
know
joke?
this. No, well,
Or
it
were
was
you
that.
serious?
Well, it was that Squirt's government name,
Is
our Squirt.
Yes.
Squirt's government name is Reese.
Reese.
But he's registered as Reese with the school.
We don't call him that.
Nobody calls him that at all. It's the only people are Thomas's family.
Right.
Thomas's family doesn't know that his name is Squirt.
They don't
still
know
think
he's
it's Reese.
Elias?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what?
What'd
Oh,
you-
Elias.
alias?
Elias?
I thought it.
No, surely not.
You've just
Maybe
been.
that's a Kentucky thing.
People are just
Maybe.
like, my name
Sure.
is not
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Elias.
That's a
what it is.
Kentucky
No,
thing.
it's that.
Yeah. They don't know that Squirt is Elias.
They don't know Squirt's Elias. Oh my gosh.
That's
But
how
yeah,
I've
so
always
that
said
that was
That's
her
really funny.
justification. Was like, well, I thought technically his name was
It's actually
Reese, and I
really
was just
funny,
like,
Jessica. It's
nah.
actually really funny, Jessica.
I was just like, nah. But I've come around
So
to,
that's what I
to
was
fake
gonna.
Squirt
Did
whenever I come
you
visit.
when you suggested it? Did you suggest it as a joke or were you serious?
Well, I feel like I hadn't even really met. Had I met your all Squirt?
Once or
A couple
twice.
times, sure.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I was just like Squirt would be a cute name because we were talking about names. and,
Right.
Like that was like I didn't really know your all Squirt personally. I didn't know that
Well,
Squirt was his Elias. But
Right.
yeah, I just suggested that, and she was like, "Wait, I actually love that."
Yeah.
And
It's a good name.
yeah, I was actually like the first one to hold him, like when we picked him up.
Aw.
So really, I should be his godmother.
Mm.
Gather.
Well, I remember when, like, the process of naming our Squirt, of me and my friend Drew were, like, in Rock Creek Park in D.C., and Thomas is texting us being like, I'm getting a cat.
Yeah.
And I just immediately went, we were trying to figure out names.
You're
and I
right.
think we were, because at the time, somebody on the A-State story was posting a stray cat that they found, and they named it Marlboro Red.
That's-
and so
I
people were, like,
forgot
sending
that.
their cats
Yeah.
and being like, this is blank, this is blank.
Yeah.
And I was like, can we name it Squirt? And Thomas is just instantly, like, he's just like, yeah, sure. And then he gets it, sends a picture, and be like, all right, guys, this is Reese. And I went, no,
We're naming it.
no.
Mm-mm.
And I went, can we just call him Squirt? And he's like, sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
But now it's just his name,
That's just his name.
like,
Mhm.
and all that. Technically, Squirt, his full name is Reese Squirt Jr.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it'd be funny if we just called him Junior, but
I
there
call
wasn't
him
a senior.
Kitty a lot.
Yeah, just come here, kitty. Little kitty. Kitty.
Come here, pussy.
Oh, fuck.
I don't like the way you said that.
Me and
Oh,
Tanner,
sorry.
that was one sentence, but we were just finishing the sentence.
Anyways.
Oh, fuck.
Is there anything else we
Well,
gotta
talk about the
Well,
cake.
before I
and
go?
then
Just
finish it.
one quick little thing of when we talk about the squirt, me and Tanner at the exact same time just go, squirt off.
Yeah.
And I thought that was silly.
Mhm.
Anyways,
That was fun.
the closing to this. This is coming off the heels of Cooper's episode where for both the opening and the closing, Tanner had missed something. He had to hit Cooper with something, and he missed twice.
Once in the
So we're coming off of that, and I'm telling Tanner, I'm like, do not miss. Do not miss this. This is the final shot of the season. This is the final shot of the season.
We only have one shot.
We have one shot at this. We cannot retake it. And we know what happened.
I miss.
He missed, and he has to hit it again.
And it looks stupid.
But it does give a really fun final shot of you standing facing the camera, licking cake off of a mallet in your ridiculous outfit.
Yes, yeah. It is. That ending shot is very funny, but I was upset that I did not hit that.
Yeah, and we kept rolling for some of the cleanup to use in like the closing.
And that's when we do our bowling montage, which is one of our YouTube shorts and Instagram reels.
With the worst performing one.
The worst
performing one?
Yeah. Well, it's I mean,
wow.
Well, aside from like the trailer and the update of because I only posted 3 actual reels and shorts, and
but you need to get back on, bro. You need to.
Nah, dude. This is our way of announcing it, I guess, but I'll announce it on Instagram when we post the finale. Ripoff ain't happening next year.
No
It's
more.
over this semester.
No more.
So I'm kind of out of it now. If I'm not gonna make any clips or reels, I don't really care. I got other shit to worry about.
Ooh.
But yeah, y'all's was the worst performing one. But it's also just because Cooper's got like 2,500 and Nessa's got 6,000.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think y'all's is sitting probably a combined like 1,300 or 1,500.
Yeah.
So like it didn't do bad.
Yeah.
It was just out of the 3, it was the lowest one.
Yeah.
But anyways, Bessie Schnurr's gonna go get tatted up, and you gonna see that on the
In
green
this
screen
episode.
earlier because I already talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Rip Off Podcast. I'm in an accent now for the next 10 seconds.
And I'm in an accent too.
That's Tanner Kenway, our guest, Jessica Schnurr. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.